A senior night celebration, a couple of wins by the Stars over the Mid-Missouri Tigers, a preview of the Oklahoma City Junior Warriors, and my conversation with Karsten Reuter and Gavin Napier on this episode of the Kansas City Stars High School Hockey Podcast. And welcome to this episode of the Kansas City Stars High School Hockey Podcast. I am your host, Rob Plamondon. Thank you for watching. As always, a couple reminders. First of all, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Turn on notifications and let me know what you think. Put a comment in the comment section down below. Also, if you're not following the Stars on social media, I'll put links to Facebook, Instagram, and X in the description down below. Well, all is good in the Kansas City area. The weather's getting warm. The Chiefs are headed back to the Super Bowl. And the Stars completed a weekend sweep of the Mid-Missouri Tigers. A couple of games that were rescheduled from earlier this month. They had to be postponed due to the nice blizzard we had the first weekend of January. Stars getting the wins Friday night by a score of 2-1, and then coming back on Saturday afternoon with a 4-1 victory. It was senior night on Friday, and the Stars recognized 12 seniors in the class of 2025, recognized with displays out in the lobby. Each of the players had their white sweaters hung on the glass in the arena, and each player was recognized with their parents. They were introduced, short presentation about what they've done in hockey and what their plans are after high school. I will link to the on-ice presentation involving the players and their parents. I'll put that in the description below. It is posted on the Kansas City Stars YouTube channel. Well, Friday night's game, the Stars get a 2-1 win. A game that was, I thought, statistically very even. Each team with 22 shots on goal. A very physical game. Midmo had the better of it in terms of power play opportunities. That may have accounted for some of the scoring opportunities they have. I thought Midmo had more scoring opportunities than the Stars. One thing the Stars did need to do better in this game, I think they did better in Sunday's game, is get the puck to the net, crash the goal, dump it, chase it, put pressure in the offensive zone and try to wear Midmo down. Gavin Napier, outstanding in goal, making 21 saves on 22 shots. And then a very good job of the Stars holding off Midmo in the final minute 4. When Midmo had pulled the goalie right after a timeout, they put some pressure on Napier. It was Truett Spiker getting the first goal of the game, his 10th of the year. That opened the scoring in the second period with Paulson and Schutzler getting assists. Carter Fitzpatrick tied it midway through the second period. Wilson and Hervey assisting on that goal. But Justin Schutzler getting the game winner, a shorthanded goal with 8:39 to play, and that proved to be the game winner. So let's take a look at the highlights. So starting out in the first period, this play, Nolan D'Amelia grossly misplays it. Tristan Pryor down there, and somehow the puck didn't go in. D'Amelia ends up diving on top of it to present the scoring opportunity. That would have given the Stars a 1-0 lead in the first period. Here's Brendan Hervey taking the puck around the net. Tries a wraparound attempt that hits the back of the net. Then the puck comes out to Fitzpatrick, and Napier makes a nice save. It was Truett Spiker putting the Stars up 1-0. He'll take the initial shot here. The puck will bounce around in front of the net, and then Spiker will knock it in just as the net gets dislodged, and that gave the Stars a 1-0 lead for Spiker, his 10th of the year. Schutzler and Paulson getting the assists. On this play, it'll be Sam Nelson bringing it in, a nice save that actually hit the goal post and deflects underneath the pads of Napier. A bit of a break there as the Napier might have been beat on the stick side. Here, Napier makes a nice save on Brayton Sanders. He'll be cutting down the right side, and a nice wrist shot that Napier makes a save and covers up the rebound. Later in the second period, the Tigers will get on the board. It's going to be Fitzpatrick taking the puck from Gavin Wilson and putting it in, beating Napier on the glove side. 9th goal of the year for Fitzpatrick. Here the Tigers get a 3-on-1. It's Sam Nelson taking the puck, gets around the defender, and Napier has to make a nice save. Then the puck comes right out in front, and it was Birch with a shot and a save. Schutzler makes it 2-1 here in the third period, taking the pass from Gorder, a wrist shot that was handled or mishandled by D'Amelia. Looks like he had it. The puck trickles into the net, and that gave the Stars the 2-1 lead. Aaron Wayne with some nice defensive play at center, gets the puck, turns it into a scoring opportunity with a backhander. D'Amelia with a nice glove save. And then finally off the face-off, here's a blocked shot that comes the other way. It's going to be Carter Fitzpatrick getting it there, and a nice save by Napier. And as I mentioned, too, the Stars had to kill off the extra attacker in the final minute 4 to get the 2-1 win. Justin Schutzler gets the game winner, and after the game, I caught up with Justin. All right, I'm here by Stars forward Justin Schutzler. Justin, great game tonight. You get a great win. You get the game winner, shorthanded goal. Take me through the goal.
Well, Jimmy passed me the puck, and I was in between the two players, so I thought, why not try and burn him? And surprisingly, I was able to. So I burned him, and then I just shot it at him somehow. I thought it hit him in the chest, but it must have gone under his shoulder or something and went in.
Yeah. Well, hey, tough physical game out there. Were they? Was it as physical as it appeared from our end, or?
He's a gentle giant.
No, I had one hit. Did you see that one hit right there?
Coach Blagowicz giving his approval.
But, it was definitely more physical than I thought it would be, but I feel like we could be more out physical these guys and make the win a lot less stressful.
Yeah. Well, hey, great game tonight. Good luck tomorrow. Let's go get another one.
Thank you.
Sunday's game, not quite as close on the scoreboard. The Stars getting the 4-1 win. Midmo actually outshoots the Stars by a count of 24-21. Truett Spiker with a pair of goals. He got the first goal as well as the second goal early in the second period, a power play goal, his 11th and 12th of the year. Josiah McCray getting his second of the year. It was Brendan Hervey scoring a shorthanded goal, intercepting a pass from Tristan Pryor and beating Napier. And then Justin Schutzler closing out the scoring a couple minutes later with assists going to Ella Shabilsky and Brody Hicks. Another physical game. Stars, I thought, did a much better job of getting the puck into the zone, chasing after it, getting physical, trying to wear them down. Stars had 5 power plays in this game versus 2 for the Tigers, so that helped. Still some careless defense, though. Notably, the goal in the third period, a pass that was telegraphed by Brendan Hervey, and he turned it into a goal, promptly depositing it into the net. Gavin Napier, though, that was the only blemish on his record, and probably not much fault of his. 23 saves on 22 shots. Let's take a look at the highlights. Early first period, Gavin Napier will make a couple of nice saves here, and it was hard to see in that pavilion with the netting there, but you can see Napier tying it up at the side of the net. Napier again will make a nice save. I believe it was Sam Nelson bringing the puck down, and it was Luke Birch in front of the net, if I can read the number correctly, but a very nice save by Napier. Stars get on the board first. It'll be Schutzler getting it over to Spiker, who buries it. That gave the Stars a 1-0 lead. Paulson getting the other assist, the 11th goal of the year for Truett Spiker. And here, puck will come down. It'll be Ziggy Paulson will have a couple of scoring opportunities, but Nolan D'Amelia doing a good job of getting across and cutting off the angle, blocked a couple of shots there. Spiker makes it 2-0 in the second period, a power play goal, his 12th of the year. He'll get the shot here, and assists go to Jacob Paulson and Tristan Pryor. Wilson will bring it in for the Tigers. He'll get it over to Jantz, who tees one up from the slot area. Nice block there. And then a great play by Jimmy Gorder to get the puck out of danger. And on this play, I think everyone thought there was going to be icing. The puck will eventually come right out in front of the net, and Gavin Almany will tee one up, a laser that's into the glove of D'Amelia. With just over a minute to play in the second period, it'll be Josiah McCray making it 3-0. And for McCray, it's his second goal of the year with assists to Jimmy Gorder and Caitlin Bamber. McCray right back in the action, a big collision here, and I think it's with Sam Wilson, Wilson of the Tigers. Wilson brings it in here in a nice shot block. The puck comes right out in front, and a great save by Napier. I believe it was on Nelson. And here I believe it's Schutzler getting into a big collision with one of the Tigers. Midwell will make it 3-1 here. It's Brendan Hervey intercepting the pass from Pryor, and he promptly deposited it in the net. That made it 3-1 with 7:19 to play, and certainly at this point the game was not over. But Justin Schutzler will take the pass from Shabilsky take it around behind the net and bank it in off the pads of D'Amelia. That made it 4-1, and that was our final score. The Stars getting the 4-1 win. After the game, I had an opportunity to catch up with Stars goalie Gavin Napier and Truett Spiker. Here with Stars goalie Gavin Napier. Gavin, a couple of nice wins. Talk about the games this weekend.
They were pretty good. I think we capitalized after the hard weekend in Chicago. It really brought us up as a team together and put a lot of shots on net, and it was fun.
Yeah, who deserves the grief on their goal there? They threw it right out in front. It looked like a nice centering pass to the wrong
Definitely
team.
Tristan. Tristan centered that one right to the wrong team.
Okay, we'll have to get Tristan the grief. Well, hey, great job, and good luck next weekend against Oklahoma City.
Thank you.
Great, thanks. All right, here with Stars forward Truett Spiker. Truett, great weekend. A goal yesterday, 2 today. Talk about the games this weekend.
I think we played pretty well. I think we can play better. Future, just got to clean some stuff up. But other than that, I think it was a good overall weekend. Moved the puck well.
Yeah, it seems like you and Justin have some pretty good chemistry out there. Is that you guys work on that in practice?
Oh yeah, we've been playing for years together, been on the same team, and so we kind of have always had a little bit of chemistry. So it's been nice getting to play with him again and just be able to continue to build that.
Well, great job getting a couple wins, and good luck to the rest of the season next weekend in Oklahoma City.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks. A couple of the JV teams were also in action this weekend. It was JV1. Their game Friday against St. Joe was postponed. They did play St. Joe on Saturday, losing 3-1, and then home against Springfield, losing that game by a score of 5-1. JV2 did not have any games this weekend, and JV3 had a rough weekend as well, losing 2 games to Midmo by scores of 2-1 and 6-2, and then losing at St. Joe on Sunday by a score of 3-2. Up next, we'll take a look at the Oklahoma City Junior Warriors on the Kansas City Stars High School Hockey Podcast. The Kansas City Stars are headed down to Oklahoma City this weekend to take on the Oklahoma City Junior Warriors for a pair of games. Before I get into the preview, though, let's take a quick look at the Mid-America High School Hockey League standings with just a couple weekends left in the regular season. Stars currently in a third-place tie with the Kansas City Knights with 22 points apiece. However, the Stars have played 2 fewer games than the Knights, so essentially the Stars have control of their destiny, making this weekend even more critical. A couple of wins this weekend, and the Stars will finish no worse than third, at least in the point standing. I'm not sure how the tiebreaker would work should they end up with a tie in points, but the Stars certainly having the upper hand there, and if they can get a couple of wins this weekend and a tie, no worse than one tie against Wichita, then they will secure third place all alone going into the playoffs. This weekend, the Oklahoma City Warriors, and when I did my preview of the Warriors back in December, they were 4-1-1. They had just beaten the Knights in a couple of games, and I made the comment that this is not your older siblings Warriors. Well, since then, they've managed to lose 12 straight games, scoring a total of 16 goals over that period. So maybe they are your older siblings Warriors. Certainly appears that way. Record of 4-13-1, currently 7th place in the standings. A total of 32 goals scored, 16 of those goals in the first 6 games and 16 in the last 12 games. They have allowed 71 goals so far this season. In the 2 games prior, the Stars getting wins of 3-1 and 5-2. Those were the 2 wins that, or the 2 games that set the Oklahoma City losing streak into motion, a streak that still continues, and hopefully the Stars will extend that streak to 14. In that first game back in December, the 3-1 win, it was Spiker, Gressel, and Paulson getting the goals for the Stars. Will Perry played his only game in goal as a regular season varsity player, stopping 25 of 26 shots. Great game for him. Jacob Spencer was in goal for the Warriors. He actually did pretty well, stopping 41 of 43 shots. And in the second game, the Stars getting the 5-2 win. Prior, Wayne Schutzler for the second goal. Jimmy Gorder getting the goals for the Stars. Connor Waymuller and Brent Bailey scoring for the Warriors. Gavin Napier getting the win for the Stars, stopping 19 of 21 shots. As we look at the stats going into this game, this is a team that clearly struggles to score. They only have 2 players right now with double digits in points. Connor Waymuller, their leading scorer with 10 goals. Brent Bailey with 4 goals, 6 assists, and a couple other players with multiple goals. But the one thing I did notice, they do have 17 players with at least 1 point. So, they do have some players out there that that can contribute and produce on the offensive end of the ice. So, while you certainly got to watch Waymuller, Bailey, and Bryce Burney, Kate Harlan as their top players, the number of other players out there that you certainly need to keep an eye on. The Stars will need to do that this weekend. In goal, they play 2 goalies, Jacob Spencer and Tucker Purcell. Spencer's seen a little bit more of the action than Purcell, with a better goals against average, 2.92 versus 5.10 for Purcell. The Stars saw both goalies in their games back in December. Unfortunately, Purcell had got pulled after the 5th goal in the second game, but likely to see both goalies this weekend. But I think for the Stars in this game, keys to the game, just play their game. Get the puck in the net, be physical, skate hard, try to wear them down. I think if they do those things, these are a couple games that the Stars play their game and do what they're capable of doing. They should be able to get a couple of wins, and I certainly would expect that. The things they just want to avoid are taking those lulls where they get into puck-watching mode or get careless with the puck in front of the net. The D-zone turnovers are something they'll need to avoid. But again, if they play their game, they should be able to pick up a couple of wins. JV teams are, the JV3 teams in action this weekend. JV1 and JV2 do not have any games scheduled, but JV3 will be in action at the Knights JV2, Saturday at 3:45 and Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Up next, my conversation with goalie Gavin Napier and defenseman Karsten Reuter on the Kansas City Stars High School Hockey Podcast. And I'm now joined by Stars defenseman Karsten Reuter and goalie Gavin Napier. Gentlemen, thanks for joining the podcast. How's it going?
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
So, first of all, a great couple of games against Midmo. You picked up a couple of victories, very important victories as we come down the stretch of the season. Talk about the games. What did you do well? What could you have done better? And how does that prepare you going the rest of the way?
I think the games went pretty well over this weekend. I think they impacted pretty hard from the tournament we had in Chicago. We came off kind of buzzing a little bit quicker than we usually would, since those games were a little bit quicker out there when we were playing. We moved the puck pretty well. We took a lot of shots on net, and we kind of stayed out of the box. Some of the games were a little iffy with some of the penalties that we had, but we kind of stayed out of the box, which helped with the majority of that.
I think Chicago helped us play faster, and we were more aware, keeping our heads on a swivel, and helped us a lot in these games.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the tournament in Chicago. Now that you've had a chance to see some different competition, some competition that probably plays at maybe at a higher level, at least certainly a couple of those teams anyways, a team from Canada. How does that help you prepare for the rest of the season? And did the game seem a little bit slower after those games?
It's a little bit different as for goalies, I feel like, with the game preparation. The shots are coming a lot faster. You're moving a lot quicker in the net. So I feel like you benefit pretty good from that when you play better, faster teams. When your reaction time, you can be a little bit better with the teams back home or even a little bit lower than that. But those faster games help a lot for goalies, as it would.
Yeah, up in Chicago, there's a lot really fast, and the teams were just swirling around the ice, and we had to keep looking around for where they are, and helped us these games. Definitely.
Well, great. So you got a couple of really big games in Oklahoma City this weekend, a chance to, for a couple of wins, I believe that'll lock you in third place in the standings going into the playoffs. What do you need to do to get a couple of wins, and what do you need to do to make a strong run into the playoffs?
Well, I think the games Oklahoma City will be a little challenging down there, but I think if we just continue to play as a team and use the faster pace that we were used to playing to back up in Chicago when we were playing with the tournament, and the momentum we used in the game against the last weekend for senior night, that was a really fun one. If we use that momentum and the team mentality we've been using, we should be pretty good up there.
Yeah, I think if we just keep we're on the road, right? So I think if we just keep our legs warm and keep moving, then we'll be able to get the win easy.
Yeah. Well, excellent. So a couple, just some personal stuff, had a little bit of fun here. Thinking about all the years you've played hockey, is there a moment or two that stands out in your mind, a memory that you'd like to share?
I always love the tournaments when we go out on the road. It's really fun playing, hitting knee hockey in the hotel rooms and almost getting kicked out a couple times. It's really fun, and going on team dinners. So that was really fun moments.
Yeah, I'd say there's this time last year we went up to Minnesota, and it was like negative 10 degrees out. It was real cold. But on the way back, my dad's truck started breaking down, and we were going 9 down the highway, and we got pulled over for going too slow. So that's on my list.
That's great.
That's out mine there. Dang.
That is great. That is great. What about your favorite NHL team, or you got a favorite NHL player?
I'm from Chicago, so I got to stick with the Blackhawks. Sure. They kind of suck. And favorite player's got to be Corey Crawford. He's been retired for a little bit, but he's still up there on my list.
I'd say the Colorado Avalanche and Cale Makar, just because he's probably best defenseman in the league right now.
Yeah, excellent. Great choices. Great choices. And what are your plans, if any, if you know yet after high school? Do you plan to play hockey after you graduate?
I'm enlisting in the Air Force a little bit before I graduate high school, and then I'm going to go in for tactical medicine, and then when I finish that training, I'm going to come out and I'll continue reserves on the side, and I'm going to do metal and woodworking fabrication.
Outstanding.
Yeah, I don't know, just hopefully somewhere where I can play hockey, whether it's in a college or club. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it so much.
Yeah, well, plenty of time there. But guys, thanks a lot for joining me. A lot of fun talking to the players and getting to know you a little bit better. Best of luck this weekend. Let's get a couple of wins and finish the season strong.
All right, thank you so much.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Gavin. Appreciate it, guys. And before I wrap up this episode, I had originally asked to have Caitlin Bamber do the player interview, but I was told that while Caitlin will still be practicing with the team for the rest of the season, she'll be spending more time with the St. Louis Lady Blues. So we certainly want to wish her well as she continues her career with the St. Louis Lady Blues. She's been a great contributor to the team this year and has done a lot to help the team throughout the season. Also, just a quick thanks to Signature Landscape for sponsoring the Stars. They're the sponsor for this video. I want to thank you for watching. We hope to see you soon on another episode of the Kansas City Stars High School Hockey Podcast.